I am Lieutenant Sherwood, and I'm with the Civil Air Patrol, and I have been with Civil Air Patrol for just under 2 years, and I was asked to join a couple months after my older son joined. The squadron was growing, and there's always a need for adult members, which it's not just a cadets only program, it's for senior members as well. So I joined, and just like the military is not for everyone, I'm sure Civil Air Patrol is not for everyone. However, I joined, and I love it. I find it very fulfilling. I serve for a few different capacities, but the ones that I find most fulfilling are the administrative officer role, which I have, and recruiting and retention, which I love. One of our other senior members takes care of the recruiting aspect, and I take care of the retention, which is kind of maintaining morale. What are the reasons that people aren't happy with the program? Is there anything that we can do to improve the program? And looking at that sort of thing. And I really, really like that. I like to make sure that what we're doing is the best that we can be doing. So I found that very fulfilling. And I could probably chase Civil Air Patrol rabbits all day long. But as you see the sharp-looking cadets here, they're going to bring you a presentation and share some of their fondness and knowledge of Civil Air Patrol. This is Cadet Lieutenant Belden, and this is Cadet Lieutenant Wheeler, and they're going to be speaking with you this morning.
Good morning, everybody. For years, and I've done a lot of different things, so I'm very passionate about it, and so I'm very excited to talk with you about it.
And I am Cadet First Lieutenant Belden. I've been in the program since 2023 of May. I have worked as the Aerospace Officer, Deputy Commander of Operations. I'm glad to speak with you guys today.
Okay, so I'm going to start us off and just talk about what is Civil Air Patrol, and it's commonly referred to as CAP, so if you hear that, that's what that means. So Civil Air Patrol is an official auxiliary of the United States Air Force, and something unique about us, I think, is that we are a nonprofit, fully volunteer organization, which I think is really cool. And so our organization was founded on December 1st of 1941, so it's been around for quite a while. And squadrons actually operate nationwide, so all 50 states along with U.S. territories have active Civil Air Patrol participants. So it's nationwide, and this is for cadets ages 12 to 18. So right when you turn 12, you're eligible to become a cadet, and you can do so until you turn 18. And then once you're in, you can continue on as a cadet until you're 21. So that's just a little bit of background on what CAP is.
So our local focus here, Civil Air Patrol, is mainly based here in Erie. Our name is Erie Composite Squadron 502. We meet every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. And our meeting location is at Penn State Barron and the Mellon Veterans Center. We do many fun activities, including like aerospace and emergency services.
Okay, so just a little bit of background on why, having cadets is important. So looking at the workforce and things like that in America as a whole, there are a lot of needs in the workforce in areas that Civil Air Patrol focuses on, like STEM careers, cybersecurity, pilots, and also just young adults who are able to meet the requirements for the military, both physically and developmentally with their character. And so part of the moral of Civil Air Patrol is, creating citizens of the United States that, are committed to a code of honor. We have our core values. We have morals and things like that we practice and teach one another in the program. So that's just why being a cadet is so cool and so important for America to have cadets in programs like this. A few areas that we focus on in Civil Air Patrol. We'll go a little bit more in depth into each of these, but leadership is probably one of the biggest ones in my opinion. You will be involved in leadership regardless of what you decide to pursue in the program. Simply being a cadet is going to give you leadership experience. So whether that's through academic studying, of like leadership modules, aerospace modules, things like that. We also follow Air Force traditions, so you're going to learn drill and ceremonies, how to wear the uniform, those things that require discipline. Fitness, we do physical fitness tests. We do a lot of high adventure activities like rappelling and obstacle courses and things like that that you can be involved in. Aerospace education, of course, is a big focus for us, which we'll get into a little bit more, both academically and exploring different careers, being able to fly. And then character, like I mentioned, we have 4 core values, which we will get into, but we also have lessons about moral reasoning and how to mentor. So all of these kind of embody what Civil Air Patrol focuses on. So I'll play the short video real quick for... Sorry, it seems like the sound's not really playing music. All right, so that kind of just played a little bit of the 4 core values like I mentioned. So they are integrity, respect, excellence, and volunteer service. And again, a lot of the things that we do in the program are all surrounded by, they're all rooted in, I should say, these 4 different values. And so what is our mission statement? So Civil Air Patrol's mission statement is volunteers serving America's communities, saving lives, and shaping futures. And all 3 of those things are done with all of the aspects that we're going to talk about.
So there's 3 main pillars to Civil Air Patrol: emergency services, aerospace education, and cadet programs. To start off with emergency services, we in Civil Air Patrol, we do search and rescue, disaster relief, and teach our cadets how to survive in the wilderness. So as search and rescue, we would go out into the field based on our training and go help missing people, go find crashed aircraft. And with the disaster relief, like during COVID, there were cadets helping out, passing out food rations and water bottles to those who couldn't go to the supermarkets. And then with survival skills training, we have many academies like Hawk Mountain Station here in Pennsylvania. You get trained over a week period in the woods and get trained how to tie knots, deal with different types of bites, and how to properly find people. And there's SAR axes that help you qualify to get into these schools, along with GRXs, which are the same thing. And then with those schools, you get your ground team certifications that allows you to go on these missions that help Civil Patrol find these people crashed aircraft. And then with aerospace education, there's STEM, or now STEAM. So we teach cadets how to deal with robotics, aerodynamics, and all sorts of fun aerospace engineering type activities. And some fun badges that you're able to earn through these activities. One STEM badge here, there's just the beginner, intermediate, and advanced STEM badge. You need to get close to 30 hours to get to up to advanced, and you have to write 3 essays for each level to explain what you are doing and explain what is the purpose of STEM. And with the rocketry badge, you get to build rockets and get to launch them up. And there's 3 different levels: Redstone, Titan, and Saturn, which kind of represent historical rocketry that happened in the 60s. And then we have orientation flights that allow cadets to actually learn how to fly a little. And for my experience, I've gone to 3 orientation flights where at different levels I learned just simple rudder controls, how to move the tail, flaps on the wings. And then as I progressed, I get to do more and more things with the controls. We provide a young, youth-scale, aerospace-themed extracurricular activity where cadet life is fun and meaningful. We offer a safe and positive place to develop their leadership skills while exploring aviation and STEM careers.
All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the cadet programs portion. So as Lieutenant Belden talked about, we had our emergency services branch, our aerospace branch that embodies STEM and things like that. And so the third one is cadet programs. And this is where I have spent a majority of my time, so I'm very passionate about this portion of the program. One of the first things I wanted to talk about was color guard / honor guard. This is one of the parts of the cadet programs aspect. So if you are interested in learning how to be a part of a color guard, an honor guard, you have the capability of doing that, and we can go through training, and we have trained people as well on how to be on a color guard. And our squadron has also performed in the past at parades. We've done color guard. I remember doing basketball games a long time ago. So we're able to do a lot of events with color guard, and throughout the wing as well. And when I say wing, I'm referring to Pennsylvania. So each state is considered a wing. So Pennsylvania wing is our state as a whole, and we have honor guard academies. We have actually a national honor guard academy where you can go and pursue that if that's an interest of yours. And we also have a color guard academy at a summer school, which I'll talk about in a second. So I touched on leadership opportunities a little bit before, but truly there are so many leadership opportunities within Civil Air Patrol. Whether that's locally in your squadron, we have cadet staff that are composed of cadets that are in the squadron who are in the ranks of sergeants and officers, but even just outside of the squadron there are a lot of opportunities. So we have our group where you can do so many different things. Our wing is where I'm most involved, and one of those things is the summer schools. So every state has a group of summer schools that happen every summer. And so for Pennsylvania wing, it's called CTS, Cadet Training Schools, and every single year in Fort Indiantown Gap, Pennsylvania, at an Army National Guard base, we have 4 different schools that operate at the same time. And so those are the basic encampment, which is what most cadets will go through. It's a baseline requirement for certain things later in the program, but essentially it's kind of like a basic training for Civil Air Patrol, right? It's catered towards Civil Air Patrol cadets. You go and you learn what it means to be a cadet. You learn those core values. You get taught how to do drill properly. You learn self-discipline, how to take care of your uniform. You understand those standards, how to make a bunk, and things like that. You also learn teamwork, team building, all of those things are embodied in that school. And then we have a leadership school, which I also am very passionate about because I was able to staff it last year and I went through it myself also as an NCO. And you get so many cool opportunities, being in charge of groups, learning how to facilitate people, learning how to take on responsibility on the spot, which is something that you have to do pretty often. And so that's a really cool thing. And so I have some pictures here of some of the summer schools. These are actual pictures from Pennsylvania Wing. The top photo, I believe, is from LDC last year, which is the Leadership Development course. So there's us drilling on the drill pad. And then we also have a picture of us doing PT in the morning, which again, physical fitness is one of those parts of the program that we do emphasize. And at activities in the summer, that's a regular part of the routine. Every morning we get up, we go and do PT every single morning, and that's just a core part of it. And then there's a picture of Color Guard Academy. Like I said, if you were interested in that, we also have that for the wing as well. Also, so if STEM is something that you are interested in, that is happening at the same time at Fort Indiantown Gap as well. So here's some more pictures of cadet training schools. This is all from last year, but very cool stuff. I have been able to be on staff the last 5 years. This will be my last year on staff, which is pretty exciting. But for both students and for staff, there's just so many learning opportunities that you really won't get anywhere else. And then cadet progression. So Civil Air Patrol has a ranking system, and you can get up to the rank of cadet colonel. And basically how this works is for every promotion, you'll complete one task in each of the 4 content areas that we talked about. So leadership modules, aerospace, physical fitness test, and then being involved in some kind of character development lesson. And so all of these things together, both the ranking system and the uniform, cause young people to really take their career seriously, take their academics seriously, and learn to have self-discipline and really see yourself as a cadet. So I have listed down here all of the phases. You can see along the bottom all the ranks, all the way from Cadet Airman, which is the very first rank that you can achieve, all the way up to Cadet Colonel, which is the last rank that you can achieve. And then senior member, adult opportunities. If you are 18 years or older and you want to be involved in the program, but you are not eligible to be a cadet anymore, there's a whole separate part of the program for adults and senior members. And honestly, the program cannot run without senior members. They are one of the core foundation parts of Civil Air Patrol, and they are what helps and actually makes the cadet programs run. So if that's something that you are interested in, we have more information on that, but there's no prior military experience required or anything like that. Simply, if you want to be involved in the program, if you want to mentor cadets, help them, there's also other things that you can do as a senior member, like mission pilots and observers, emergency services, aerospace educators. You can become involved in administration. All of those things are also opportunities that you can have as an adult in the program. And then some benefits, of course, is community service, camaraderie. You can build a community with the people around you, and also professional development as well.
You go on. How do you join this program? So for most cadets, you come to 3 of our meetings, so 3 of our weekly meetings. Then you take a look at our Great Start program, which helps you get introduced to the program, help you get your uniform, help you just get all ready to take action in our great activities. And if you would like to join, you can take a pamphlet and contact us through Civil Patrol National website.
Okay, so just a few of the challenges that we continue to work through is recruiting adult members, adult leadership. Like I said, they are foundational to the program, so we are continuing to work on bringing in adult members who can mentor and instruct cadets. We're working to continue to build in diversity, make progression in that area, as well as increasing access, making things more accessible for everybody, all communities. And then we're also still working through Air Force Connection, so seeking active Air Force Guard, reserve bases, and things like that to partner with us for our activities. And then some outcomes, just overall general outcomes of Civil Air Patrol. 97% of cadets would say that CAP has been a turning point in their life. And I can say that that's true for me also. I believe that Lieutenant Belden would say the same. And it is true, most cadets started to think more about their future because of CAP. They can do things in CAP that you can't do anywhere else, especially at your age, right? It's not very often that 12, 13, 14-year-olds can lead a group of people or, administrate or facilitate events. That's not very common. So really cool things that you can do. And also, you can take skills outside of it, right? So CAP not only is to create, good cadets that are suitable for the program, but we are also being taught lessons and self-discipline and things that we can take easily outside of the program as well. So in school, people have started to improve on grades, earning A's and B's. You kind of learn to have motivation to better yourself all around in all areas of your life. And then cadet career interests. Most cadets, 81% according to this, are interested in a military career. 76% are interested in aviation, 65% in STEM. So there's a lot of different career interests as well throughout the cadet programs. And then a lot of parents, 95%, say that their cadet became better at taking feedback, or they've seen improvements in attitude or grades. So like I mentioned before, there's a lot of core values that we really foster in this program that go outside and beyond just these doors. So yeah, we really hope that you were able to learn more about what we do in Civil Air Patrol and how it impacts not only ourselves but the community, the people around us, and also just building a future generation of, cadets, of people that are going to go into the workforce in America. And so we hope that this helped you learn more about what we do. And if you are interested in becoming a part of this mission, we We have pamphlets, we have more information. Please come talk to us. We would love to give you more information on that. So thank you. Are there any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Hi. I was just wondering, I've never heard of this before. So how did you learn of it?
So I learned of it because I had a good friend actually that was already in the program.
Okay.
And so he kind of recruited me in. He was very passionate about it. And so I learned from him that it existed, to be honest. He was, I saw from his experience the things that he got to do. He gave me some pamphlets. And that's honestly what got me into the program.
For me, I was just starting up in high school / middle school. I've been riding home with my grandpa when I was in middle school, who's a high school teacher. And this random, junior comes up to me who's in Civil Air Patrol asking, hey, do you want to join this program and come see your grandpa here give a presentation? And I ask him, what is it? And he tells me he'll explain everything once I go. And I go there in April, and it changed my life forever.
So yeah, that's partly why we're starting to do these kind of presentations and outreach as well, because a lot of people do tend to hear about it from word of mouth. But we've been around for a very long time. We do a lot of really awesome things that us as cadets are so passionate about. So we really hope that we can continue to reach people through this as well.
So, okay, so this is mostly Air Force. Does the Army or the Navy have a similar program?
Not that I know of.
I know
the
the Navy.
cadets.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I was just-
I know the Navy has Sea Cadets and the Marines have Young Marines.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if the Army has anything really besides you're able to go to their what is it called, basic training at 17.
Well, it just seems like worthwhile.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How many people go into the Air Force after this? Is there good retention going into the Air Force?
I would say so, yeah. So I have a lot of friends that are in here that have gone into the Air Force, even other branches, but yeah, majority. I also know, and I have 4 different friends that have gone to the Air Force Academy also from Civil Air Patrol, and that has also just helped give them a basis and an understanding that has helped them in that route as well. So yeah, I would say a majority of cadets do end up going into the Air Force, the military, or just to the big academies. This has been a huge help with getting cadets into their dream school, essentially. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a specific question, but I just wanted to say your presentation is excellent, and you are both representative of what you speak.
Yeah.
That comes across very well. So I appreciate that. I wish that every young person, having a teacher background, that every young person would be able to be a part of this program, because you spoke of core values, and in today's world,
Oh, gosh.
that is such a key thing. So appreciate you, and thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate
Just
that.
when she was warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. More people. Yeah. How long are the trips?
They are about 8 days long. So every summer,
So for about 2 weeks.
yeah, I would say.
You would
Yeah.
have to decide 2 weeks for that.
Yeah, I would say, about a week and a half to, I believe typically students come in on Sunday and they go home on Sunday, so it's, about 8 days.
So just
Yeah.
a personal question, what are you guys going to do for Church 21? Are you going to go into the mentors thing, the administration, or?
Yeah, so, I'm almost aged out, I'm 20 right now. I'll be 21 in September, so I still have some time left in the program. But I'm not sure exactly what I want to do yet as far as Civil Air Patrol. I'm considering switching over into the senior member area. I'm not completely sure yet, but I'm in college right now for nursing, so we'll see where that goes. But yeah.
And for me, I'm only 15, so I got a bit more time to go. I'm a sophomore in high school. I plan on being a senior member in Civil Air Patrol. I plan on going to the Air Force Academy in Colorado. So I won't be here when I go graduate high school and go off to college, but I will still be a big member in Civil Air Patrol the best I can.
We currently have 3 cadets that are in the, not the reserves,
Honor Guard, National Guard.
Yes, thank you, Army National Guard. And when they're home, they will pop in and visit, which is very exciting for the rest of the cadets. But they're as involved as they can be from a distance. But we're very proud of them for that. Any of them, we're proud of them now. Even it's I think a whole different breed of teenager. They embrace the 4 core values, and it's just wonderful to be around a group of teenagers that at their absolute rowdiest last year at CTS, one of the summer weeks, we had, was it close to 300?
I think so, yes.
300 teenagers in a giant armory, and it was just a fun time. It was a downtime. They were able to relax and socialize, and one voice yells out, was it button it up?
Oh, lock it up.
Lock it up.
Yes.
Lock it up, and you could have heard a pin drop. It's just like, where else on earth would that ever happen? But they embrace the 4 core values. It becomes part of who they are, and it's awesome. And they realize a lot of potential that I think they didn't have as well.
I just want to say, yeah, that'll take you through life. The fact that you got the respect that you've learned how to organize and things like that.
Yes, definitely.
Well, I want to say thank you a lot for coming. I think it was great. I wish we were able to pack this out. I only can hope that we can try it again sometime when the weather's a little better
Yes.
and try it again, because I do believe that this is interesting to anybody at any level, you know. Just thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I would say that, yeah, we have older people, and honestly, it was hard for me to get out when I heard the syrup. So, the fact that you're like, I'm gonna go out and do it, yeah.
Yes.
So this ends your program?
Okay,
That is
well, thank you so
everything.
much. I
Would you
appreciate
please
it.
come have cider or cocoa or